Hi guys, Durka Gaming here, and welcome back to another P3D video. Today I'm going to show you my Prepar3D 2.5 settings. A lot of you who joined my stream yesterday saw that I've been testing it for quite a bit the last day or two. I installed it. I did a fresh install after Active Sky and Orbx released their fixes. I know the last couple of days everyone's been waiting for those fixes, so they have now been released. You can see the notes below, and I basically did a full install. I deleted everything from 2.4 and did a fresh install of 2.5. I've made a couple of changes from the stream yesterday. I've just been reading up on the P3D forums, the Lockheed Martin forums. I've been reading a couple of other forums, and as I've said before, you know, these aren't all my settings. You know what it's like. You speak to other people, you read up about things, you see different settings. So yes, I can't take all the credit for this, but a lot of it is what I've been testing, and I think I have found a nice happy medium. You know what, 2.5 is fairly new. It has only been out 2 weeks maybe, so I'm sure there are going to be more people doing loads of testing, more people suggesting this, trying that. You know, it's all trial and error with these flight sims. But as I said, these settings, which I will show you in a minute or two, is what I think are working well for me. I'm getting really nice frames, as you can see up there in the top left. I'm jumping between, what's that, 40 and 55. My VAS is really nice and high as well. I'm close to 2 gig on VAS. I am flying in Orbx, New Zealand South Island. This is not on hybrid mode. This is just New Zealand region loaded up. So I am happy with what I'm getting. So I'll stop the video there. You'll see me back in literally 1 second, and I will start going through the video with you, or the settings even. I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to show you my settings within P3D first. I am then going to show you my Nvidia inspector settings, and then I'll tell you the only 3 tweaks I have in my config file. So first of all, we have graphics, the graphics tab, all fairly straightforward. So MSAA, the multi-sample anti-aliased quality, 4 samples, anisotropic 8 times for the texture filtering, and texture res is 4096 by 4096. I have tried on high and I've tried on medium, and I haven't seen too much of an impact. The only thing I'm getting is I'm getting a bit more blurry textures, and it's taking a lot longer to refresh. So that's why I've left it at 4096. Target frame rate. This is something I've been messing about with it as well. I will be playing around with this a bit more. For the time being, I've left it at unlimited. I have tried it at capping at 30 and capping it at 30 in my Nvidia inspector as well, which I'll show you. But I think unlimited is working well. Again, I haven't seen too much of a difference at 30 frames, but as I said, it's something I would like to play around a bit more. Alright, then onto the scenery tab. So level of radius, level of detail radius is max, tessellation factor is ultra. Again, I know some people are saying they are leaving theirs on medium and they're getting much better frames. I've tried all three, medium, high and ultra, and again I'm not seeing too much difference. I've seen a little decrease in frame rates, but nothing too bad. Remember, I'm running a Nvidia 780 card, so it's quite a hefty card, even though I know there's some newer ones out there, but a 780 is still got a lot of grunts. So yeah, so that's ultra. Mesh res again is something I've played with as well. I've mixed it up between 5, 2 and 1. I've left it at 5. I think 5 is the best. I mainly use Orbx scenery, and Orbx recommend 5 as well, so I've left it as 5. Texture resolution, something I've messed around with as well. I've tried between 15 and 7, and I think 15 is working well. Water detail I've left as high. I've seen some people's settings have got it on ultra. I've played around with ultra a little. I don't think it's making a difference at all. High looks very good. You'll see some of my water shots. They look really good. Reflections, I've just left it on clouds, user vehicles and sim objects. Again, this is personal preference. If you want reflections coming off the terrain, vegetation, buildings, by all means play with that. Scenery objects, this is now something I've been this is what I changed from my stream and from my testing and tweaking yesterday. I had both scenery complexity and autogen vegetation density both on extremely dense. So what I've actually done now, I've just moved that down to very dense, and I have found that my textures are refreshing a lot quicker than what they were at extremely dense. I know this has got nothing to do with the terrain, but for some reason I have seen a difference. This is to do obviously with trees and buildings and the vegetation, but I have definitely found that moving it from extremely dense down to very dense has made a difference, and having them both at very dense, as you could see from the video, you can still see a lot of detail around the scenery, so there is a lot of detail. Autogen density is on dense. I know a few people I've seen have it on normal. I do quite like having a bit of building. It just makes it a bit more realistic in that. So by all means play around with this as well and see what works with you. Special effects, I've not really done too much testing on this. I think from what I've been speaking to, other guys who were using 2.3 and 2.4, medium is a good setting. I think anything higher than that is just going to impact your machine. So medium is a good happy medium. So all right, okay, lighting. This is also something I've changed a little bit from yesterday's stream. I had shadows on on ultra. I've now moved it down to high. I've turned up the terrain shadow cast a little bit more. I think I had it on 10,000. I've moved it now to 20. I've left the cloud shadow cast at 10, and I've left the object shadow cast at 3,000. Okay, object type for the shadows, internal vehicle cast and receive is ticked, external vehicle cast and receive. Something else I've read on the forums, a lot of people are leaving external vehicle unticked. So again, it's something, if you guys want to mess around with that, just untick those two. But I'm leaving mine on. I quite like the external shadows as well. Okay, and then lighting, landing lights, illuminate the ground is ticked, lens flare is ticked, and the HDR lighting is ticked as well. This was something I was messing around with as well, trying to just see different settings. I find when you untick it, it goes too light, or is it the other way around? I get a little confused with that. But yeah, I found whatever it is, if it's ticked or not ticked, I found it's just a little too bright. So I've got it ticked now, and that looks good. So I'm guessing it is having it ticked does make it a little bit darker. So those are my settings within lighting. Weather, I've got cloud density on maximum, cloud draw on 60. Again, this is also depending on what you're running in active sky. I am running active sky. Voltrometric fog is ticked. Simulation settings is a tick in disabled turbulence, and rate at which weather changes over time is no change. Because again, this is all influenced by active sky. Okay, and then traffic, all I have is road vehicles on 12. I do like seeing a little bit of road vehicles. Again, it just makes it a little bit more realistic when you're flying over, near an airport which has a major road or something like that. Ships and ferries I've left off, and leisure boats I've left off. Again, it's something, if you guys like seeing ships and ferry or leisure boats, by all means crank it up. And then again with aviation traffic, sometimes I must say, sometimes I have it on medium, sometimes I have it cranked up a little bit. It's sometimes nice to see, but I fly a lot on VATSIM or FS Cloud, so I don't want to see too much traffic, because there is a lot of traffic from the people online. And that's it really. Those are my settings. I'm not going to go through all the general settings. This is all personal preference, how to set up your controls and all that. This video is basically about settings, texture settings, scenery settings, etc. Alrighty, well, I hope that helped. Next I'm going to show you my Nvidia inspector. So my Nvidia inspector settings. So there you go. Make sure that you've got Prepar3D and you are making the changes to the Prepar3D.exe. Just make it sure that it's in the little green box there. So frame rate limiter, that's set to off as well, because remember in the let me just show you in the graphics setting I had it at unlimited there. So remember I said I'm still going to do a little bit more tweaking with the frame rate limiter set to 30, and then within the settings within P3D I'm going to set that to 30 as well, and see if that makes any difference. I have tried it. I don't think I just gave it enough time really, but yeah, I will be trying that. Vertical sync, I've got it at quarter refresh rate. The reason why I've got quarter refresh rate is because I'm running a 120 Hz monitor. So if you're running, which I would guess a lot of people are, if you're running a 60 Hz monitor, you should halve it, so it will be half refresh rate. Okay, so just click half refresh rate. But as I said, I'm running 122 Hz. If you're running anything higher, it should leave it on quarter refresh as well. Anti-aliasing mode, enhance the application setting. Anti-aliasing transparency super sampling is 8 times sparse group sampling, and these should be the same. Alright, so these two should match up. Okay, and what else do I have? Oh yes, texture filtering is texture filtering quality. I've got it on high quality. Again, I've seen on some people's Nvidia specs, some people have got high performance, but I leave mine on high quality. And texture filtering, trilinear optimization, I've left mine on off. Alrighty, and that's it, guys. That's all I have. The only 3 tweaks, and you'll see the changes at the bottom, or the 3 tweaks I have in the config file, so you can just copy and paste those into your config file. So the first one is the AffinityMask. the scheduler. So I've got mine set to 84. So again, you need to work out how many cores you're running, if it's in hyperthreading. I have a link at the bottom from the Gatwick Sim group. They've got a really handy calculator. Work it out there and change accordingly. But mine is AffinityMask 84. The other tweak I have is, and I've got this from a number of people who watch my stream, I got this when I was running 2.4, is the fiber frame rate is 0.01. So that's the other tweak I've done. And then the other third tweak, which I run in FSX as well, is the wide aspect view, which I think is set to false. If you're running a wide angle monitor, set that to true. So at the moment it's false, but set that to true. Yeah, that's the wide angle aspect. Alrighty guys, and that's it. Those are my tweaks for Prepar3D 2.5. I hope you enjoy that. I hope it helps you. As I said, this is, you can almost call it version 1. I am going to do a little bit more testing, as I said to you, with limiting this frame rate within Nvidia and within the actual sim itself. I'm sure as 2.5 grows, I'm sure people will suggest a couple of other things to me, so I'm sure I'll do a version 2 sometime soon. But I think the sim is looking pretty good. I am going to finish off the video with me flying around Milford Sound and around the South Island. So please enjoy. I hope you liked the video. Give a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment. If you suggest anything, or if I've done something wrong, please let me know. I can correct it, or I can change it, or I can try it. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much as always. I appreciate all the support. I've got a couple of videos I still want to get out. I'm doing the iFly 747. Someone asked me the other day to do an ILS landing, just go through how I set up the plane to do an ILS landing, which I'm quite happy to do. I've got a PFPX video as well. I've been wanting to do that for some time now, but I will try get that out as well. So guys, once again, thank you. You take care, and I will catch you next time. Cheers, cheers. Enjoy the last of this video. Bye bye.